We're back at NRA headquarters for another installment of the Curator's Corner. And Phil, I don't know how you do it every time, but first you snuck us in the vault, and then this time we set this up and you said, I got another surprise for you. And of all places, we would wind up in the man's office. We're here in Phil Schreier's office, Senior Curator for the NRA National Firearms Museum. Phil, thank you for bringing us into the inner sanctum. I love it in here. Matter of fact, I'm going to start a new program after this called Cool Stuff That's in Phil's Office, but that's for another show.
That's a year's worth of Curator's Corners, I think, from the looks of this place.
So thanks for having us in, and what do you want to do now that we're here? What are we going to get started with today?
Well, John, thanks again for having us on the show and allowing us to show off some of our neat toys to the public. Today we've got a Colt model 1889-1892 double-action revolver. Now, to most people, this just looks like one of the old Army or Navy 38s that came out at the end of the 19th century. The Colt model 1889 was the first gun manufactured that had a swing-out cylinder to it. Very interesting.
Big innovation.
Innovation.
Yeah.
And with the spindle here, you can push this, and that ejects the spent cartridges. So that's a real big deal.
That would speed up the reloading, to load it much quicker with that, yeah.
Smith & Wesson had their top brakes, which automatically ejected when you broke the top. But Colt with a double action, double action means every time you can pull the trigger, it's going to cycle the hammer, or you can fire it single action, just like that. The Colt himself, during his lifetime, would not make a double action. He did not like the idea. Most of the percussion firearms being made in Europe at the time were double action. Their selling point was speed. Colt's was accuracy. You know, you lose a little bit of accuracy with that exertion of pressure.
Trigger pull,
right?
Yeah.
So Colt didn't like that. Well, the main thing was that he had the patent on the single action, and the British they had it on the double action. I'm not sure he could actually, make it if he wanted to during his lifetime. But shortly after he died, started manufacturing double action revolvers with the model 1877 Lightning and Thunderers. Now, the reason why we're talking about this particular revolver today is not so much the innovation in the fact that it has the swing-out cylinder, but this gun is, as you can see on the butt strap here, got some pretty cool markings on it. I'll let you peek real quick there, John, and then we'll show the viewing audience at home and on the radio the fact that this has a U.S. Navy mark on it, inspector's cartouches, naval acceptance stamps, a naval inventory number, and then the actual number that Colt gave the gun in 1895. I think that it was when this particular one was actually made. Neat thing about this is it's about 300 digits earlier than the one made for Theodore Roosevelt. Well, not made for Theodore Roosevelt, but the one that Theodore Roosevelt carried with him at San Juan Hill. Oh. Now, the story of how a Navy revolver got into the hands of an Army colonel is pretty interesting. The USS Maine was docked off of buoy number 4 in Havana Harbor the night of February 15th, 1898. And at about 9:38 at night, she blew up, literally being tossed up in the air and ripped in two almost, and then dropped into 40 feet of water. 266 officers, sailors, and Marines lost their lives that night. And it started the Spanish-American War.